Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Youths of Isoko ethnic nationality in Delta State, South Nigeria, recently embarked on a sensitization rally across Isoko communities, urging people to obtain their permanent voters' cards, PVCs, and elect credible leaders committed to the welfare of citizens during next year's general elections. During the rally, the disenchanted Isoko youth said they were fed up with the current state of affairs in the country and had decided to join the Obi-Dient movement, a critical mass of Nigerian youths rooting for Mr. Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State and presidential flag bearer of the Labour Party, to become the next president of Nigeria. Youths of Isoko ethnic nationality, comprising communities in Isoko South and Isoko North local government areas of Delta State, last week embarked on a sensitization rally ahead of next year's general elections. It was a clarion call on their kith and kin and indeed all Nigerians to obtain their permanent voters' cards and vote for the right candidates in next year's general elections.
We don't want public vote looters again. We want our PVC, we want our vote to count.
For the first time in recent history, Isoko youths are getting actively involved in national politics. Some of the youths who spoke to Inside the Niger Delta said they were awakened by the need to take their collective destiny into their own hands after having been subjected to many years of neglect and deprivation by successive governments in Nigeria. Isoko land is endowed with vast crude oil deposits and has a place in the history of crude oil exploration and production in Nigeria, having been the second place where crude oil was found in commercial quantities, shortly after the black gold was first discovered in Oloibiri, Bayelsa State in 1956. After over 60 years of oil production, the poverty that pervades the entire Isoko nation is, to say the least, very worrisome and in some cases very, very frightening. Youths in Isoko are basically fishermen and farmers, with a lot of them just loitering around doing nothing. That is why some of the youths have decided that they want to take their destiny into their own hands. They have decided to sensitize other youths in Isoko and indeed the entire populace in Isoko so that they can be registered and have their PVCs, which they say they can use to change the status quo in Nigeria. The recent sensitization rally took the youths to markets, town halls and other public places.
We are tired of insecurity. We are tired of everyday inflation. We need to bring people who are capable. It is Peter Obi.
Isoko youths embarking on the recent sensitization rally are predominantly registered members of other political parties who have decided to support Mr. Peter Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party. One of the youths, Omenuoma Josiah, says the choice of Obi is informed by their desire for a new deal in governance.
Now, the state of the country is looking us up to know that we are the true owner of the country. Those who are the helm of affairs are just public servants meant to serve for a period of time. And we are the owners of this estate called Nigeria. We have employed them for that time to do needs, but they don't. We still have the powers to bring them back home. Hence, we have awoken at this time. We don't just want to wake alone. We want to wake and wake others up.
According to Omenuoma Josiah, the support for Peter Obi is based on his track record of sterling performance as former governor of Anambra State and his well-articulated vision for Nigeria.
And we know Nigeria can work again if we have the capacity of Peter Obi as our president. Peter Obi has done it before. He has shown us that Nigeria can be first in education. If we can make a number first in the country, Nigeria can be first in education in all of the country.
Since Mr. Peter Obi clinched the Labour Party presidential ticket in May this year, there has been a groundswell of support for his candidacy. In the last few weeks, youths who have remained the arrowheads of a critical mass of Nigerians rooting for Peter Obi, otherwise known as the Obi-Dient movement, have been committing their personal resources to raise funds for their preferred candidate in the forthcoming presidential election. Okiroro Iki Ebieroma, An Isoko youth who has decided to join the train of the Obi-Dient movement say it is a good omen for Nigeria's political evolution.
The idea of making some people look like they are the established norm that all Nigeria is gone. The people are taking over. The people are taking the leadership. The ownership of Nigeria lies in the people. And with the coming of this new electoral act, we see the chances of the people choosing the leaders, not a group of people who call themselves leaders choosing among themselves. It's an opportunity for us to redefine Nigeria, and the time is now.
The recent sensitization rally was personally funded by Isoko youths who contributed monies to mobilize for the sensitization rally as well as the printing of T-shirts. They say the rally was also to create awareness on the dangers of cash for votes, a trend which they insist has given rise to poor leadership at all levels of government over the years. Their goal is to allow for the emergence of credible leaders, particularly at the center, where a lot of work needs to be done to get Nigeria back on the right track.
Inside the Niger Delta,